After we've looked through the different types of reading material that we have on here, we should definitely look at an article and talk about the different things you can do with an article to when you're getting it out to your students. So I'm just going to click on this one. We'll use the pro-con, should Olympics have a permanent home. So let's talk about some of the stuff you can do now that you are in the article. The first thing you can start doing is assigning this to your classes. So assign to this class. You can add this article to a text set right from here if you want to. I'm not going to. You can also hide this from classes. I'm not going to worry about that right now. So I don't want anybody to see this, so I assign it to them. So assign here. Whoops, assign here, and you can assign to all of your classes. So say you have all your classes signed up for Newsela. I can send this I can send this out to all of them at the same time. So I'll just go ahead and get out of these. So yeah, there are how you get to assign those, and then instructions. So you could tell them, I need you to read the article and then do the written response question, or I need you to highlight 2 examples of fact or opinion or something like that. And then you'd click assign and send that out to them, and then they would have that next time they log into Newsela. One of probably the coolest things about these articles is that they scale on Lexile. So this article right now is given at an 8th grade level, and it gives you a word count. That's because it's at an 1120 Lexile. By clicking down through this, it will actually adapt the article to different Lexiles, which is probably the coolest feature of this website and one that makes it the most useful, because within a certain class you could have a 3rd grade level reader and an 8th grade level reader and a high school reader all working on the same themes or same topics, but it's hard to find materials that work for diverse group of learners who have different reading ability. So that's why this is so awesome. Some of the other stuff you can do. Something that many people miss about Newsela is that you can grab this text and highlight it. So I might put in the article, in the assignment, hey, there's a highlighted article. Your job is to read that and do a response question, right? And I might do the response question over here. So yeah, you can have students highlight stuff, and you should be having them highlight things because that's a reading skill. It's important to be able to outline stuff and pull out main ideas and things like that. Write, where the button that says write, you can create a written question. Now, there's always like a default question. It says, having read the pro and con article, write a brief response to explain which of the 2 articles makes a weaker argument. I mean, that's fine. You can change this, though. If you don't like that, you can delete that out of there and type your own article or a question that relates to the article. I'm not necessarily going to type a question in, but you can. But the ones that are in there aren't bad. And then most articles, I think anymore every single article, but most articles I know have a quiz. You can assign this to students as well. And they're just usually 4 multiple choice questions that they work through. You're going to see the correct answers, but when students go through these, they won't see this. And don't project this on your smartboard like this, because they're going to see them. But anyway, yeah, it just has some multiple choice questions that also do change based on the Lexile level that you have them reading at. So the articles are really powerful in that they're flexible to the ability of the student, and you can add these assessment tools in along with it. A couple other things while we're here. If you want to know what the standards are, if you come up to this little light up here next to the type of the article it is, it'll tell you what reading standards are being assessed in this article, which is helpful. And when we get to the binder, we'll look more at standards. You want to print this article, you can. So if you want to print it out, you can. If some kids need to have paper, you can totally do it that way. It will give you a paper version that you can print out in the workroom and send that out to your kids. Let's say you really like this article, you want to heart it or favorite it and come back to it later. You can totally do that, and then it would save it. And then share. If you want to share this on some of your social networks or even to our old friend Google Classroom, we could do that. So just setting up these accounts and sharing it out that way is just another way to send the work out to students. Or just sharing an article you really think is cool. All right, so yeah, that's the stuff that you can do with a Newsela article. Stay tuned and we'll talk a little bit about using the data tools within Newsela.